He was rocking locks with a white tee down to here. He had a grill stare that changed the meaning of looking down your nose. And I don't know what was coming from that Crown Vic spinning on 26, something about backhand popping in a handstand. That beat shook everything from the window to the wall to this chubby girl's self-esteem. As I looked to the bulletproof pane of the mini-mart, fate found it convenient for our pains to meet through eyes that spoke volumes louder than that car that he kept running. His story was revealed to me silently, telepathically, spiritually. The man who stands before me is now 12 years old with mixed-match socks and glasses. Not challenged enough, straight A's came easy, while lessons from the neighbor's hoodlums came hard, like how he thought he was supposed to be. By 14, decisions had to be made, so he laid his cards on the folding table of his mother's kitchen as she read his declining grades. She figures maybe this is just a phase or a slump. He now has to decide on whether to get jumped or jumped in. Well, gladly he took his lumps, for this time will be the last time they would ever tease him for being too smart. He would use his intellect to calculate pay rates between slinging lies and slinging fries. Well, lies had a better payoff and earned him more respect, so he could only expect that from then on his education would be from deceit, without proof of a receipt. Libations achieved from 5-finger, 1-trigger description mixed with a false description of black male, white tee, 5'5" to 6'3", earned him his honors. Prisoner number 28205-187. They called him an animal and they locked him in a cage. He missed his mother's funeral and he cried for 3 days. Those were the only tears he were allowed to shed on that cell block, while on the open block he was represented by his boys in Sunday school clothes to say goodbye to a closed casket, case closed. Imagine. The man before me is my father, my husband, my brother, my son, and all I could think to say was, "Hey, baby, how you doing today?" He was so impressed by my not caring about his dress, and he saw his mother, his daughter, his sister, his wife, and he said, "Baby girl, it's late. You need not be out here this late." At midnight in the lot of the Circle K, the sun shined brighter than yesterday, and as I turned around to walk away, all I could overhear him say is, "That girl right there, she got some God in her." And I drove off regretting that I didn't tell him that I saw God in him too. And I didn't need to imagine. So you and you and you, all of us as a community, we all need not to drive off with regret lest we forget. We were all young once too.
A system is defined as a group of interacting, interrelated, or interdependent elements forming a complex whole. Absentee fathers, inadequate home supervision and structure, in-home conflict and abuse, generational poverty, and an under-committed school network all come into play before the child makes his or her first milestone decision.
Gardner was heavily influenced by decisions he and his mother made, sometimes with just a look between them, when he was terrorized by his gun-wielding stepfather.
He would come out with a shotgun, you wrote. My last Christmas at home, man, I was put out of the house, butt naked, at gunpoint.
These are elements of a system which produces never realized potential.
Act 1. Stage sets on backdrop. Maybe a broken home, maybe as broken as this broken economy, but the stage and the curtain looks the same. This is childhood. This is birthrights bathed in aloof opportunity. This is childhood. This is birthrights bathed in aloof opportunity. But the truth and answers are as close to home as a page of scripture. But how long does it take to realize that what we are may be the sum of our past experiences, but what we become is a decision that only tomorrow can make? Let's think about today, Act 2. This same young man finds a mentor that helps him see beyond the curtain, finds an advocate that will show him that every stage has a spotlight, and with the right focus and the right resources, you can turn any opportunity into the perfect chance to shine. Act 3, y'all. This road was paved by initiatives, paved by the Charlotte Post Foundation, no longer inhibited by fear of being amazing, no longer caged by notions of being powerless, no longer ashamed to look right into the face of tomorrow with eyes and mind wide open. Every child has the strength to move a mountain, y'all. It just needs the right guidance to blaze the trails. Every community has a shape, y'all. It just needs the right artist to soften its edges. And when we do, all that's left, all that could ever be left, y'all, is a beautiful shade of color. Thank you.
A system is defined as a group of interacting, interrelated, or interdependent elements forming a complex whole. Newly engaged parents, still busy but now refocused. Mentoring programs launched to support entire school districts. Exposure to the business operations of a basketball team instead of shooting guards. Teachers who hack the history curriculum, tailoring it to the unique needs of students. These are the elements of a system that produces a mayor.
We can't afford as a community to have high numbers of kids not graduating. We can't afford to pass that on to a future generation because it is going to be a cost. But more importantly, what's more disturbing to me is the fact that we have large numbers of kids who haven't gotten their ambitions channeled yet.
Today is the last September 18th, 2010 you will see. What system will be your legacy?
Independent poet, musician, and artiste. Straight A student, yes, that's me. I only make a B at least. Look at me, so successful that all didn't grow overnight. It took programs like Charlotte Post Foundation and others to open my eyes to the light. They showed me all the things that I could do, the things that I could achieve. Then they took the potential they saw in me, and those talents were retrieved. They tried and tried to make my life better, hoping to see me grow. And now I'm here standing today to let their hard work show. To give a donation to this amazing group is to show that you care about the next generation, to show that you care about the future of your children and the future of our nation, to show that you care, to show that you care. To give a donation to this amazing group is to show that you care about this to give a donation to this amazing group. Now I'm asking from the bottom of my heart to please make a generous donation to the program that got me here today, the Charlotte Post Foundation.
Wonderful. Let's have another round of applause for our spoken word artists. Melissa Harris, C.P. Mays, and the young man at the end, Bernard Demery Jr. A round of applause. Wonderful, wonderful job.